When it comes to singing, there are little things worse than messing up on stage in one form or another, which makes it all the more ironic that multiple singers across multiple genres have gone and made fools of themselves on stage in one form or another. And we're not talking up-and-coming artists, we're talking all sorts of stars from across the spectrum. So allow us to show you 6 singers' most embarrassing moments on stage ever. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 10. Taylor's fan. No, not a fan who got to Taylor Swift, though she's had those moments too, but rather in one embarrassing incident, Taylor was doing a show that had a lot of mechanical fans to help blow her hair and other things in various directions for, effect. But she got in the crossfire of one in a way that literally blew up her dress to show it was partly underneath. Thankfully, she was wearing undergarments, but that had to be embarrassing, and something she really made sure never happened again. Number 9. Selena is not with Bieber. This one is a bit embarrassing for a few reasons. Basically, Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber were an on-again, off-again couple for some time, and fans loved that. But eventually, they broke up for good. Yet at one concert, Selena Gomez saw a "Marry Justin Please" sign that a fan was holding up. So she beckoned the fans to come closer, grabbed the sign, and crumpled it up. That's a bit childish. And just because the fan was misguided didn't mean she had to do that, Number 8. J.LO fall. Jennifer Lopez has been doing a lot of things recently, including rocking out at the Super Bowl. But even this epic woman with incredible dance moves fails sometimes, including her falling quite a lot. She's fallen on stage more times than you might think for a variety of reasons. And in this clip, you'll see her trying to get closer to her fans during a show in Vegas, and it not ending with her in the position she wanted to be in. Number 7. CIARA kicks fan in the face. Hurting a fan is a bad thing. Hurting a fan accidentally is an embarrassing thing. But for CIARA, she was attempting to do a lap dance on a fan on stage, and when she backflipped onto him, she kicked his face. No, we're not making this up. Check this out. That's why, how, wow. Number 6. Chunks of Bieber. From a sister of a famous singer to a singer that we're still wondering how he got fame at all, it's Justin Bieber. Though we will admit that, unlike the last entry, this embarrassing moment wasn't entirely his fault. But he was doing a concert in Glendale, Arizona, and he was going on and doing his thing when he suddenly wheeled around, doubled over, and threw up all over the stage. Which, for the record, was fully caught on camera and fully seen by his viewing audience. Once it was out of his system, he had the wherewithal to run off stage and get himself cleaned up, which showed good attentiveness and a respect for his fans. So the concert got to continue. But then, later on, he had to barf once again, and again did it right on stage. He later said this to the crowd. "It's hard for me, not feeling great and throwing up in front of a bunch of people," he said. "Will you love me even though I'm throwing up on stage?" If I have to explain what the fans did, you clearly don't know Bieber. Anyway, it's good to see that he recovered from the moment, because no one wants to do that in front of fans after they paid money to see you. Number 5. ASHLEE Simpson on SNL. Let's start out with an all-time classic, shall we? ASHLEE Simpson was still trying to make her way in the music world, and then she got a gig on Saturday Night Live, which is actually an important gig, especially since it honestly has a very big audience and has been on for over 40 years, but we digress. The problem that she had wasn't that she cracked up on stage or had a bad singing night. She decided not to sing at all, and rather lip sync. Which she did, but badly. It was such a bad performance that got caught in hilarious fashion, and she literally danced off stage. And her career was basically over. No, really, we're not kidding here. It was such a bad show that she basically lost all credibility. There's a lot to process here, but there's little doubt that this very embarrassing moment was honestly all Simpson's fault, especially since she felt she could get away with it. Now, yeah, many other singers, including absolute legends, have done lip-syncing before, but this was one of the worst ever done on TV. And I felt the need to set the bar really low before we bash some other singers for accidentally doing their songs wrong. And if there is one good thing about this, it's that she now serves as an example of what not to do on a televised event. Number 4. DEMI doesn't remember. This one is funny for a whole host of reasons, not the least of which is irony. Demi Lovato, during a show in 2009, forgot the lyrics to Don't Forget. Yes, the irony is rich on that. In a clip from the concert, Lovato gets quiet for a bit and then giggles. "I totally forgot," she says, grinning. "I want to do my best for you guys because this is my hometown." She breaks into laughter a few more times before asking the audience to sing the song for her and launching into a sweet guitar solo.
Sorry that I'm here again. Fuck, I forgot the words.
But guitar solos aside, you can't help but wonder, how do you forget the words to your own song, let alone one you're performing in front of your hometown? They know the words, no doubt, so why don't you, Demi? It's a weird world. Number 3. Beyonce's hair. Yeah, it's hard to think that Beyonce is mortal, but she is, and she's actually had quite a few flubs on stage that have made YouTube videos the world over. Such as one time during a concert when she had fans on the lower part of the stage meant to just send her hair flying up in a dramatic fashion. She didn't stay in one spot on the stage though, she went down amongst the lower parts of the stage and rocked out in front of her fans. But that's where the problem happened, because as she was doing her moves, she bopped her head in such emotion that her hair actually got caught in the rungs of a fan and then couldn't get it out. Now, being the professional she was, she kept on singing as a guard protected her from fans and tried to get the hair out, but this went on for quite some time. Yep, she really did get her hair caught in a fan. And this one was her fault because she clearly didn't stay away from the stage fans so that she wouldn't be in the range of them. Again, she's human. Number 2. How Pink botched her songs. Thought Demi Lovato was the only one to forget song lyrics? Nope. In April 2018, Pink forgot the lyrics to the second verse of her hit, Who Knew, during a live performance at Madison Square Garden. She was brutally honest about the flub, as she said, "I forgot the words. It's been a week. Does anyone else know it? I wrote it. Maybe I don't want a second verse anymore."
The words. Shit. It's been a week. Does everybody else know it?
One-time flub? Nope. In August 2009, she forgot the words to her hit Family Portrait during a concert in Adelaide, Australia, and again asked the audience for help. You're needing a lot of help, Pink. Are you sure you wrote those songs? Number 1. FERGIE'S Bladder. We started with a classic, and yes, we are ending with a classic. Fergie, back when she was with the Black Eyed Peas, actually wet herself during a concert, and it was very noticeable. So much so that it became a very viral moment that just about everyone talked about at that time because it seemed too crazy to happen, and yet it did. Fergie herself was so embarrassed about the whole endeavor that she refused to talk about it until 2014, where she revealed what actually happened. "It does not just happen all the time," she said. "We were late for stage, driving down the freeway, it's Friday traffic, get to the stage, I'm running on and we jump into Let's Get It Started, and I get crazy and I jump around, I run across the stage, and my adrenaline was going, and gosh." Yeah, that couldn't have been easy to talk about. And how can this not be number 1 when you consider, well, how embarrassed would you be if this happened to you? Exactly. There you go, a look at 6 singers and some of their most embarrassing moments on stage. Which of these did you feel was the worst? Do you know another singer who had an embarrassing moment? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.